Okay, so good afternoon, everybody. Today is 25th of April, 2025, and today is Friday, so we shouldn't expect much volatility from the market. But then we are also seeing some high impact news, not on dollar, but we are seeing some on pounds, which has actually been released, the actual, which is greater than the forecast, and which is 0.4%. That is their retail sales monthly data. Then we have Switzerland franc. This is just a daily this is a daily news, right? So we don't have much business with that. So the news that's very important to me right now is CAD, which is Canadian dollar, which is also their core retail sales and their retail sales. So this news is coming up by 1:30, let's say in about 45 minutes. So this time, and we don't know what will come out, right? But our job is just to react. Like I said in class yesterday, as a forex trader, your job is just to react. You don't predict. So we only analyze and react to whatever the market is doing to your own level. Okay, so just a minute, please. Sorry about that. So by 1:30 p.m., we are expecting a high impact news on Canadian dollars. We're expecting a high impact news on Canadian dollar by 1:30 p.m. So let's go to our chart. I dropped a signal recently. I dropped a signal recently on Euro JPY. So I'm going to explain why I dropped that signal. Let's go to our charts, see what is going on. Oh, okay. Our signal is, I think, is on profit, right? So we should expect from here, we should expect should start selling. Can you see my chart? If you can see my chart, drop a fire emoji. If you can see my chart, can you drop a fire emoji? So if you can see my chart, can you drop a fire emoji? Can you all see my chart? Okay. Okay, that's great. That's beautiful. Okay, so USDX. So let's look at USDX at the moment. I'm currently bearish on USDX at the very moment, right? Because market is at this resistance and there is no high impact news today. So we are having this high, right? And on 4 hours time frame, you can see the system has already marked a ton of resistance zone here. And there's something they call a rejection candle. So this is a rejection candle. That is, if this 4 hours candle closes above this resistance, this is going to be a rejection candle. So we are going to sell down to this 99.000 region. So if you look at 1 hour time frame also, we can see that we have price taking out this high. So this is the liquidity zone. Sorry, I don't like mentioning those names. So this area has been taken out, right? And we have this high as a QML. So this is an advanced head and shoulder pattern. We also have a retest taking out this high as well. So this is giving me much more confidence that USDX is going to fall probably hopefully to 98.990. So this is a cheat code for us that are trading dollar, right? So I can easily look at USD CHF. I can easily look at USD CHF and look towards selling USD CHF. So let's look at USD CHF. So we can see that for USD CHF, right? So for USD CHF, we are still having much room for buy, right? But if this current candle closes with this rejection at this resistance, then the next movement or the next candle on Monday will be bearish. So we just need to catch the small sell before we enter into the market, right? So I am looking towards selling USCHF, and I'm going to drop the signal right now. So USCHF, I'll look towards selling USDCHF. The SL, the problem I'm just having is just that the SL is going to be very, very wide, right? And I'm not a fan of that. Okay, SL is about 42 pips, which is too much for me. So I'll go to 15 minutes time frame to see the nearest resistance at that level. So looking at here, we might experience a short retracement. Yeah, I'll be selling USD card to see Mr. Onyi is in spirit. So we need a proper retracement, right? Okay, so I will either use a sell stop order. So we are going to use a sell stop order for USDCHF, sell stop here, stop loss here, right? And TP1 going to be here, and TP2 be slightly below here. So I'm dropping this signal right now. USDCHF, 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 sell stop, right? At 0. The reason why I say sell stop is because we are expecting market to retrace, right? So 0.82810, SL, SL 0.83109. Oh, sorry, please. Let me re-edit. Okay. CP1, CP1 0.82553, then CP2 0.82299. Okay, so that's that for USCHF, and I'm writing it on our funded client group. But don't be surprised though. The Canadian news also, the Canadian news also might affect US dollar, right? The Canadian news also might affect US dollar because their economy is somewhat intertwined. Their economy is somewhat intertwined. In fact, so people are saying Canada is the 51st 51st state of USA. Okay, so that is that on USCHF. Let's go to USD card. So I'm dropping this signal right now on our funded client group. So I'm dropping this signal on the funded client group, USDCHF, sell stop, USDCHF, USDCHF, sell stop at 0.82810, SL 0.83109, CP1 0.8282553, CP2 CP2 is 0.82299. Okay, so that is that for USDCHF. Let's see if we have more setup or more confirmation for USD card, right? And don't forget the reason I'm using USD, I'm using a sell stop order is because I wanted a retracement at that level. And you might not be there when the market will reject that zone. So it's just very important for you to use sell stop because once market reject that level and it start falling, there's no stopping or no going back on it. The next look at USD card. USD card is known very, very clear. The sell here is very, very clear on USD card. Okay, so I don't just want to say you should enter on impulse. That's about 27 pips or 31 pips. Then we target the next support. You can also sell USD card now. Sell USD card now. Now. right? SL, SL 1.38, no, sorry, 1.388700 CP1, 1.3838, sorry, 380. Let's just go for TP1. Okay, so here's the card is falling, right? So we expect to see there's a news on Canadian dollar, right? But don't use too much, don't use high lot size to take that trade for USD card. Okay, so let's look at GBP USD, right? So for daily time frame on GBP USD, we are currently at a strong resistance. GBP USD should fall. Let me see what is happening on weekly. I mean, GBP USD should fall. Okay, we have a resistance market rejected zone. So daily, we are currently having a short rejection. Let me show it on 4 hours time frame. Okay, so this is it. We might literally have a push to the upside at this level, which is also a scalp. Don't forget, today is Friday. So we could see a push to this resistance zone. That is about 42 pips before we see sellers coming into the market. But what I'm saying here, I'm not quite convinced on GBP USD. I'm not quite convinced on GBP USD. Even if I see I see this support level here being tested with a very strong engulfing candle. I'm not quite convinced on GBP USD. So let's leave GBP USD. Let's check Euro USD. Right. So this is a breaker block. We have a rejection on this breaker block. This could also serve as a retracement. So it's just a little bit dicey because this is a strong supply zone here. And market has taken out this as a liquidity. So let's wait, except if we want to use the hedging strategy. So we just have to wait for GBP USD to see what will literally happen. Maybe we could enter a sell down to this level. We'll know when we check Euro USD. Okay, Euro USD. This is also giving us much more bearish vibe. I think I'll be bearish. Okay, we have a resistance 4 hours time frame. We have a rejection here. So we are going to use the sell stop order for Euro USD too. Euro USD also sell stop order. We have drop, order block, retracement. We could have a very, very strong bearish sentiment also for Euro USD. So I think this market is just a little bit dicey this afternoon. Just a little bit dicey this afternoon. A rejection. Then we are having much more sellers coming in. 27 pips down, 23 pips down. Let's wait to see what will happen. I'll give us more updates on this Euro USD. So meaning that if you're having this formation, then we need to check our USD CHF. So that is why I said I would love to use a sell stop order for USCHF, then meaning that we can use a buy stop order for Euro USD. So we can put a buy stop around here because this is also a strong support zone around this level. This is a strong support zone. So any rejection around here could lead to more bullish sentiment. Okay, any rejection could lead to more bullish sentiment around this level. So we leave it at that. USD CHF. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, EU buy stop will be good. So I'm just going to leave that right because we have sell stop order for USCHF already and a sell for USD card. So I can't see the point to trade. I can't see the points to trade the Euro USD. Exactly. So I think this is a range. I think this is a range. So let's leave that. Let's look at gold, right? Let's look at gold and see what could happen. So gold on it, gold is bearish. In fact, with this is my lovely setup, my favorite setup. So gold here, we are bearish. Whatever we are doing, we should just look towards selling gold. So what I would just say is we can look towards the retracement because this is also another strong resistance zone. This is also another strong resistance zone around here, right? And we have market rejecting it. So 1 hour time frame, we are seeing these rejections, and we are seeing these rejections here. This was a rejection. So what I'm just going to say for this gold is we are going to see a sell stop. So a sell stop order for gold is not going to be a bad idea. Sell stop order. So sell stop gold, right? SL, SL here. Okay, let's do this. So gold, I'm going for a sell stop. XAUUSD. Sell stop at 3287.64. SL, XL 3306.56. Then go TP. We are not using TP 102, so I'm just going to drop the TP. TP 3270.37. Okay, so let's apply proper risk on this. Are you taking into consideration of the news? The news is coming out. There's no news on dollar. The news that is coming up is on CAD. So that's why I didn't drop anything on CAD. The USD card, I just dropped a sell. Yeah. So that's why I didn't drop anything on CAD, right? And you can see what I'm seeing here on Euro USD. Euro USD can just push up from here. So I need proper confirmation on Euro USD. So I'm trying to have a review of all our signals that I dropped. USD CHF, USD I dropped a sell stop order on USD CHF, and you can see market has gotten to a very strong supply zone. So we just need sellers to come in on board. So if sellers comes on board here, then we are going to sell down to 0.82240. So I gave a signal on Euro JPY. Let's look at Euro JPY before we leave. Euro JPY before we leave. Euro JPY. Okay, so you can see how markets rejected down into our entry for Euro JPY. So I'm quite bearish, and like that, I gave a sell signal on Euro JPY. So if you have not taken the sell signal, you can still take the sell currently. This is a very, very good confirmation. You can take a sell now and put your stop loss at 163.175. So Euro JPY, I dropped the signal on the funded client group. So you can just put your stop loss at here and target this next support and demand zone. Okay, so that is that this afternoon. Does anybody have any question? Any question? Okay, let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is quite bullish. So Bitcoin is quite bullish. We just need to enter a retracement before buying. So I'm not going to drop a signal on BTC. I'm not going to put a signal on BTC. I think I've dropped enough signal. For the USD card, please apply proper risk because in the next 26 minutes, we are having news on Canadian dollars. GBP card, well, I'll just analyze GBP card. I will not drop a signal because if I say a tempting signal, I might want to drop it. GBP card, I'm still seeing some bearish sentiment around here, except if card news will change the momentum. So this, yeah, we have a resistance here. Rejection, then we'll sell down GBP card, but I'm not dropping the signal. So I'm bearish on GBP card. Okay, so that is that for this afternoon analysis. Have a wonderful trading weekend. Good afternoon.